Welcome back, folks. Look at this. In the time it took me to stop the camera, load it onto the computer, the film, because I'm working on a limited file space on this little Sony, and put it where I need to go, I have not smoked this cigar since you last saw me smoke it. And here's the ash. And I'm going to show you that you don't really have to relight these things. That's got good smoke too. Oh, I want to get through this without having to go to 4 parts, because towards the end of this show I'm going to show part 2 of my interview with Mr. Dave Baldwin of Evil Clown Productions, and who's a big fan of this. When he gets back next show, I want him to do this on the air. I want him to solve this Rubik's Cube. This is not like the one that he was working with last time. This has 4 blocks wide, not 3. So it's going to be interesting to see him do this. Me, I don't know nothing, you know, it's a paperweight. It'd take me forever just to solve this beauty. And he says there are larger ones, but I think you'll hear about it in the interview. Okay. National stimulus and NASA. Now, you know I'm a huge proponent of NASA. And congratulations to the STS-127 crew returning safely from the ISS. Successful mission. Okay. For those of you who think that we're spending and wasting money going to space on NASA with their budget, their annual budget, I don't have the numbers, but I do have percentage. And I can tell you that for all you complaining that NASA's a waste of our money, NASA is not spending nearly as much as you possibly think. Our national stimulus, okay, is 40 times that of an annual budget for NASA. 40 times. So, you know, NASA's just a spit in the bucket. Now, primary care physicians, we were talking about that, and I was mentioning that Obama's healthcare reform program is not going to work. This came from, I saw this on CBS News, Katie Couric, CBS News. The source is from the University of Columbia in Missouri, and they supplied the info of this to CBS. Liberal mainstream media, CBS. It's not that liberal, but you know, it's still not center. I know, no network is. I mean, let's face the fact, no network is. Okay, I watch Fox that usually leans a little bit more to the right than center, and pretty much everybody else is leaning more to the left. If all the networks were on the Titanic all at the same time, and they were all to lean in their perspective, on their respective sides, Titanic would flip over on its left. Just totally flipped over with no problem. I mean, come on. Okay, primary care physician. There are currently 17,000 too few physicians in the United States. Too few. By the year 2025, there will be 40,000 too few physicians. 40,000. Now, what the current administration is trying to do is make personal physician doctors, recruiting those doctors, a type priority in their health care reform system. And of course, this is my take, is even if there were enough physicians, we as U.S. citizens are competing with illegal aliens to get primary health care, because the news I saw today is all aliens, all nationals in this country, illegal or not, will be getting primary health care. Taking it away from you and me, people born and raised here in this country. So this is going to be all screwed up. Even with the recruiting, we're still going to be behind the 8 ball. So, Professor Gates. Okay, let me tell you about this. Let me enjoy this first. You know, it's not overwhelming vanilla. It's very smooth. And it's very light. It's not strong. It's mild. Oh, I gotta tell you something. The coolest thing I saw was my friend Hallenbein smoking a cigar that's over 100 years old. You gotta check him out. I'm sending you his website. It'll be over there, not down there, because I don't really like to put a whole lot of stuff down there unless it's informative to the program. But you gotta check this guy out. He can sing, he knows his stuff, and he's really cool. He is a cool cat, and he smokes some great cigars, and I want you to check him out too. Okay, now, you know about this whole thing, and it's now being called infamously the Beer Fest, the Beer Fest. Is it called Beer Fest? It's called the Beer Summit, and it was with the Vice President, the President, Professor Gates, and Officer Crowley. Now, what you aren't being told, and I'm worried we're running into time here, I will tell you what you're not being told as soon as we return. Be right back.